Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna try to make the most simple way to do Zulrah as I can. The easiest and the fastest. The way to get in, get out, and without having to drop a shit ton of money in gear. The only thing that's really going to be expensive is the Ring of Suffering, which I highly recommend. Um, it's a ring of recoil on AIDS or steroids, steroids. It's fucking good. So I highly recommend this. It gives you +4 prayer bonus, and you're gonna constantly be switching prayers and using your prayers while at Zulrah. So it's just that little bit extra that helps. You don't have to take an unholy blessing. It's just recommended. I mean, you're not going to be using that slot for anything anyways, because you're going to be using blowpipe. So you might as well get that +1 prayer bonus. Definitely take Serpentine Helm. That way you don't have to worry about sipping your anti-venoms whenever you get poisoned or whatever. It just it knocks that whole little segment out, and it'll give you one free inventory space for an extra piece of food or whatever else that you might be like lacking in. I'm only going to take a 3-way switch, just really simple basic, so you don't have to spend so much time clicking and swapping everything out. You're able to actually focus on the fight more instead of worrying about what the fuck you need to put on or how many times or having to click extra. So it'll make it a little more simple. Um, Apart from that, I just put in snakeskin boots because all I have is Eternals, but I want to bring in that extra gear because I didn't think everyone would have Eternals, but if you do, wear those. Um, Pretty sure everyone has a Fury, so go ahead and bring that. It's well rounded. I mean, you should once you get better at it, you want to start wearing a Colt and then swapping with Anguish and stuff like that. But for now, this is the basic guide, so let's go ahead and get into it. What I do first is I always venge before going in, because that vengeance will speed up your kills a lot for whenever the mage hits you. Then go ahead and sip your potions. Oh, also, I set up my quick prayers for Pray Mage and the Eagle Eye. You'll see why in a second. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and go in. Always run straight to the northeast corner, start clicking on your mini map right up here like this, and it'll take you as far up there as possible. Put on Mystic Might, and for the first little bit, this first wave will always be the same. He's just going to spit the venom everywhere, and then the next form will pop up, whatever it might be. So you get in a free 4 hits right here. Alright, so he spawned over here again. This is the range form, so you want to keep prey range on during this time. Now I know for this rotation, as soon as he goes down, that the melee is going to spawn right here. See, whenever he's spitting those little snakelings out, you don't have to have your prayer on for that. It's always good to sit next to these pillars whenever the melee's on, if possible, because it's just like a safe spot for him. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it works out pretty nice. Now I know as soon as these clouds go away, that's what I look for, that the mage is going to spawn. So I can just turn these on, boom, boom, boom. You're free to come over here. Now hover over Vengeance for whenever you see him cast a range attack. He didn't cast any. Well, he did, but it was too late. And then you just kind of go through the motions. Wait for whatever's going to come up. You can use these pillars to block an entire form. See? So I didn't have to go through him. That way you can dodge certain things. Like that one's a pretty dangerous form too, the mage form, because he uses mage and range. So you never know, he could hit 5 range in a row, or he could hit mage range, or you could do nothing but mage. You never know. He's completely random. The snakelings, they all have 1 HP, so that's why you wear the Ring of Recoil. It pretty much counteracts all the snakelings. See, he just used 3 ranged attacks in a row. I'm standing in the venom, but I think I can finish him off before. There we go. We got some magic logs. Bada boom, bada bing. Venge and pot up before you go in. Turn on Mystic Might. Yes, and then start spam clicking the mini map right up here. Just keep spam clicking until he starts running. And then attack as soon as it pans over. You get your 4 free hits in, and hopefully this will be the most common rotation where the melee form spawns right here. Because you can't pray against the melee form, you can only dodge them. Now for the first attack, you're alright to stay here. See, that was his first attack. Now I know to move 2 tiles this way. And I can hit 1 more time, and then mage is coming up. Alright, so... oh. Well, I thought he was going to hit me there, and you would have seen why Vengeance is useful, but you missed. Alright, Venom's coming. You want to try to always get out of the Venom as quick as possible, because it'll just eat away at you. Now, when you're on this side, you want to try to stay on this tile right here. For many reasons. One reason being, that's the safe spot for the melee form whenever he spawns over here. Which he's about to do right after he gets done shooting this Venom. So now melee spawns, and this he won't be able to attack me standing on this tile right here by this pillar. And afterwards, range will spawn over here, so we're going to put that on, and then just attack. Now you see me taking damage. That's not from him. He doesn't hit through prayer. That was all from the snakelings. Alright, now we're having a Jad wave come up. So you're going to have to switch on the range form between 2 different attacks. Alright, as soon as you see that one attack go through, you want to switch to the other while that one's in midair. So mage is coming, I switch to range. Range is coming, I switch to mage. Mage is coming, switch to range. Range is coming, switch to mage. And you just do that back and forth, only when you see it flying at you like that. And then it'll reset rotation after the Jad form, it'll pretty much restart. So after this melee form, it'll be the ranger again. There we go. He'll do this first attacks, and he'll go back to spit and venom, just like at the beginning. Whoa, I said click, bro. There you go. That is probably the worst I could have made that. That was a 4-minute kill, which is very bad, but it was really good in this situation because I was able to show you a lot of different things. But that's pretty much Zulrah. The only other tips I can give The best one is right whenever you spawn in, your character is standing down here like this. You want to just spam click right there, so it'll put you right on this tile every time. And that way you're just good to go. You can get your 4 hits in, and then if it is the most common one, which is the melee form, you're safe on this tile for 1 hit from him. I don't know why, it just doesn't hit you. But after he does that first attack, when you see his tail swing, then you want to move right to this tile right here, over, and then continue to attack. And you should be able to get 2 hits in before the mage spawns up. But for the most part, stay out of the venom. Pay attention to what phase is up. If it's green, you need to be praying range. If it's blue, you need to be praying mage. And you cannot use protection prayers from the melee form. You can just dodge it. Start off like always. Start spam clicking right up here. Start walking. And you get your 4 hits in. Now, as soon as you see he's done and he starts to dip down, you need to focus on your prayer first and then switching, not the other way around. Alright, so I don't have to switch yet. But as soon as this form's done, I'm going to already start to switch my prayer. I'll click this to switch instantly to my prayer, and then you worry about switching. There's a little bit of a delay by the time he comes up, so you should be able to switch to what you need to before he actually starts attacking. If he goes down, then you know, okay, range is up. See, I switched to prayer first, even though I fucked up my switch. But you always want to switch your prayer first. Prayer is priority, because that'll save you anywhere from 0 to 20 damage, you never know, to 40 damage. I mean, having your prayer on is very, very important. It's way more important than your switch. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's going to take you some time. You just got to put in the effort and be willing to die, and just try to figure out, okay, the green one popped up, what's next? Okay, it was the red one, so that means the blue's going to be next. I could already start to prepare for that, so I know that I'm going to need to switch to Pray Mage, because those 2 forms have already come up. It's not always like that. There are times where it'll just go blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, and then a red, or blue, green, red, green, blue, green, green. I mean, it could combo out like that. You just gotta pay attention to what's coming up and switch your prayer before you switch your gear. Otherwise, you're going to take a shit ton of damage and you're going to die a lot more. Just pay attention to the rotations. Try to learn them. Watch a bunch of videos. I think there's even charts online that show the rotations, but no matter what you do, it's not going to be as easy. It's not as easy as it looks. So it's going to be a lot easier to just go in, dig into it, and figure it out for yourself. Take little tips you can, but just try to learn the rotations. That'll help you a lot. Stay out of the venom, keep your recoils on, and then attack. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, peace.